The Olympics is like, people do look at it and can sort of go, it's your first one, go and try to take it all in. But for me, it's go there, go to sleep and wake up and win the games. It's simple, really.
Caden, congratulations on getting your place at Paris 2024. What's the last couple of months been like for you in the knowledge that you're going to be representing GB at an Olympics?
Yeah, it's just been the same old sort of thing for me. Like, training is just the same. Train hard, work on developing myself as an athlete, as a person. It's hit my family more than it's hit me. I'm sure when we get close to the games, it's going to be a big thing for me. And it is now, but it's just not hit me how I was expecting it to.
We've spoken before about kind of the Olympic qualification, and you were adamant that it was going to happen. You were not going to go there as a participant in it. You wanted to come away with gold. That is your ambition. So when you got over the line and got qualified, in your head, was it just, right, nothing's changed, it's still going to be gold?
Qualifying when I did was just to make it so that I didn't have to go to any qualification tournaments this year. I didn't have to go to the Grand Slam. I didn't have to make it hard for myself. I finished ranked 4th, and that's just showing what kind of level I'm at and the kind of people I am up there with and should be recognised with. But yeah, the Olympics is like, people do look at it and can sort of go, it's your first one, go and try to take it all in. But for me, it's go there, go to sleep and wake up and win the games. It's simple, really.
But when you consider there's only been one Great Britain gold medalist, and that's Jade Jones,
yeah,
and you're confident that you're going to go and win gold, how realistic is it, do you think, that that's going to happen? I'm just intrigued in your mindset, because you are a very ambitious person.
Yeah, very realistic. Anyone who knows me or has ever trained with me or more knows me as a person knows that each thing I task myself with or want to do, I want to master. And Taekwondo is one of them. If it were boxing, I'd have been boxing champion. If it's UFC, I'll be UFC champion. That's what some of the greats in the team sort of do strive for. Bianca, Brad, I always mention them in interviews. Without the self-awareness and belief to be tenacious enough to try to be the best, how are you going to even get close? So Jade did it twice. She's a legend, but there's no reason I can't, just because only a few people have. People I've grown up with that were technically like ahead of me when we was younger, but now I'm in the senior division and now they're smarter than me and they're just as strong and they're just as technical. I need to now go into almost the depths of hell to work and shred my whole body 10 times over. That's why a lot of people fall out. Like, you can have as much talent as you want, but if you haven't got the work to complement that, then that's why a lot of people fall away.
We're talking a lot about kind of gold medal success and that sort of thing at the Olympics, and I think it's important to actually put a little bit of context to that, because you won your first senior medal in a Grand Prix in Rome 2022. Was that a big thing for you to actually announce yourself on the world stage that you are a medalist and this is just the start? When
I moved up to heavyweights, I was a really light heavyweight for Olympic division. I was like 84, 85. And understandably, a lot of people like a bit light for heavyweights, the ones that do win 100 and something kilos. So yeah, I'd lost the Europeans in 2022 at -87. I didn't feel strong. I just didn't feel too good. And then it was the decision: am I doing heavyweights or -80s for my Olympic year? And I chose heavyweights. I didn't want to cut the weight, and I've just got better belief in myself to take it to these bigger guys, and that it'd bring the best out of me as opposed to how 80s fight. And yeah, I got a bronze, and from there it was just like a good testament to what I'd been training, like my coach Nelson, how he'd been helping me, and just to prove that weight, size isn't a be-all and end-all. Again, if you've got the right bravery and the right belief in yourself, then you just kick people in the face.
But then your first goal came almost like a year later, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, in Rome as well, and you've capitalised on that with the gold at the European Games as well. Do you feel as though momentum is with you at the moment as you are going forward, and you say you're top 4, which you are at the moment? Do you feel that momentum's with you, that you could literally surpass everybody?
I think the ranking thing, me being ranked 4, is like, I feel like it's just a means to get into the Olympic Games. A lot of people might think it, but about themselves, but I believe I'm number one in heavyweight division. There's no question in my mind. If I turn up on a day, there's not anyone who's beaten me or will beat me. So I look forward to that changing. On Paris, I'll take that number one spot. No drama. Each day, whoever you're fighting is the champion of that competition until you make them not. It's how I see it anyway. So I'm ranked 4, but anyone who's ranked 5 and below can beat me the same way if I'm not giving it everything that I should be doing.
And for me, a great athlete is only backed up by having a really good coach as well at the same time.
Of course.
You mentioned Nelson there. How much has he been of a support to you, a guide over the last sort of couple of years and in getting you ready for this?
Yeah, Nelson's one of the most decorated coaches we've got. He's one of the most empathetic people I've ever met. He's like a father figure to myself and a lot of people in the team. And the way he can transfer knowledge over and help and aid us to be individualised athletes. And for me, a lot of my game's fighting on instinct, and if I bring an idea to training, he's like, cool, let's try it, and we'll do it. And he brings ideas, we work well as like a unit. Like in Jordan last year, I went to Asia President's Cup, and I having my first fight, and I just wasn't clicking in, and I stopped like halfway through the second round. I turned to him and I was just like, what do I do? Like, literally just tell me what to do and let's work from there. And he gave me a simple game plan. He was like, try it, execute this. And then it woke me back up. Then we went into the third round. Then my instinct sort of kicked in. And Nelson just sat back and watched. Like, when I get into that sort of mindset and I'm relaxed, that's where I'm saying no one will beat me. No one can. It's never a stressful situation for me. I beat people. What he can give and how he can pull me back in is essential to what could potentially happen at Paris. Like, it's a big stage, could get there and almost get a bit of stage fright. But if I turn around to him and say, what do I do? It will give me the right answer. Otherwise, he'll stay quiet and trust that the training we've been doing, all the work in here, is going to come out the right way.
Spotting talent is quite a skill, but when the talent is there in front of everyone's face, it's hard for anybody to not notice, and anybody who's watching this can see that you've got Adidas logos all over you.
Yeah.
That must be a massive boost to the ego. I must assume that you've got also not only the support of your family, the coaching team, Nelson, but you've also got a mega company in Adidas backing you as well. Mm-hmm. Tell me, how does that feel?
It's gangster. It's like a heritage brand for me. Me, my dad, we always used to wear it. We're like Adidas Originals type attire. We used to wear it all the time. It's the acknowledgement of what I'm doing, what I'm achieving. Jade and Beer have been at the top for like 10 years now. They've had their sponsors for a long time. And it's like, I love both of them, but I want more Olympic golds than Jade. I want more worlds than Bianca. And they'd both respect that. We've sparred both of them. I've test matched them both. They both try to kick me in the face. They do that because they see an athlete in front of them who's here to work. So since I joined, I've seen that. I've gone, cool, they're the best. That's what I need. I've worked for it, and I'm starting to tick each thing off as I go. And I won't slowing down.
If you go and get that gold medal in Paris, are you ready for what kind of comes next and the madness that can follow for a good 12 months afterwards?
Yeah, let it come. I look forward to it all, and everything that comes after for me is secondary. Once I get that gold, then I'll be going straight to my family, saying what I got on, seeing everyone gassed. But then outside of that, for me, it's onto my next thing, whether it's another Olympic gold, a world gold, or a different sport or a different career path, whatever it is. Yeah, it'll be cool, but all that's secondary to me. Each session's about Paris. I've just finished conditioning for Paris, and I'll be training again in the morning for Paris.